Let's see if John could be honest now, because I know he's a good dad, and I'm not bragging, but I was a great dad. Well, still am a great dad, even though my kids are older. When you see that father-daughter commercial, do you get choked up?
It really gets me.
Me too.
That's really funny that you said that, because I was just thinking to myself.
I get teary-eyed every time. I can't even, getting teary-eyed now. I can't even take it.
It really gets me. They actually listen to us?
I know. See, getting teary-eyed. All right, hey. Check this out. So not only is tomorrow the 4th of July, that's why I have the Too Cool for British Rule, but my 33rd wedding anniversary is this Saturday. So
wow.
I had this thought. Too Cool for British Rule. I bought this shirt a few years ago. I love my wife, which I do. But what if I make a combo here? Too Cool for Wife Rule. Not a good idea? What do you mean?
Well, your wife would say she doesn't rule anything.
True.
But you probably shouldn't point that out.
Too cool for wife rule.
Because I don't think any of us are too cool for wife rule.
Yeah. We have to pretend they're in charge.
Are we just pretending?
Anyway, 33rd wedding anniversary, so I'm going away this weekend,
awesome.
And I'll be back
Congratulations. Happy anniversary.
Thank you. And we dated for like 6 years before that, so I'm really closing in on 40 years.
40 years together. Now that is admirable. Awesome.
And I love my wife, and we have a great relationship.
Yes.
So, all right, high cirrus clouds over Pottsville. Temperatures now 60-ish to near 70. How do you feel?
This morning is a big difference.
Yeah, lower humidity, it feels great.
Yeah, it feels great.
But humidity is going to start going up, and temperature should reach the low to mid 80s today. But look at the dew point. It's going up this afternoon, but watch this immense drop.
We haven't seen dew points like that in a bit.
40s. Now, here's what you need to know. A lot of people don't realize this, maybe even want to be a meteorologist. John doesn't. When the air doesn't have a lot of moisture in it, it loses heat rapidly.
Okay.
So you heard about carbon dioxide as a greenhouse gas traps heat? Water vapor traps heat even more than carbon dioxide.
So is this why the humidity can have a big impact on like our night temperature?
Yes.
Like our evening temperature into the night?
So that's my point. 4th of July night, it's going to be a warm day tomorrow.
Yeah.
But at night, it's going to cool down quickly. So the ladies are going to be a little chilly, I think. 4th of July night while you take the kids to the fireworks.
Can I tell you about what happened yesterday at our house? So there's packing stress that's going on with my wife getting everyone ready for us to go to Western Pennsylvania. And I say to her, I said, tomorrow night for the fireworks, it's going to be chilly. And then that threw a wrench into everything. Because she's like, oh, I got to get sweatshirts.
So now, stuff for the kids.
Yeah.
And see,
because if they don't, they'll be cold.
And here's the way most dads are made. And I don't know why we're made this way. It's ridiculous. Even if I'm cold, I'll still dress lightly and never admit that I'm cold. It's a problem.
Even when we're out there and we're just in a cabin in the woods and we're sitting around the fire and it's a chilly night, I'm still going to be shorts and a t-shirt.
Me too. And then
even if it went down to 50, I'm still shorts and a t-shirt.
And then if your wife said to you, are you cold? I'd be like, no.
We'll sit sometimes in the middle of summer by the fire. I'm in shorts and a t-shirt and she's dressed like it's January.
But we won't admit we're cold. And I don't even know if we are.
We may not be.
I don't even know. I'm a caveman. Anyway, there's Pennsylvania. Look at that swirl in the atmosphere. That's what's diving down on us.
And really starting to see that.
Yeah, so up ahead of it, this is like a snow plow. So when you push air to the south, it scoops up all the air ahead of it like snow on a plow blade. And that rising motion produces, guess what? Showers and thunderstorms. So they're starting to form already. Look at this one little band. Oh man, I wasn't expecting it to dip into Susquehanna County. That should pass. If you're up in the northeastern counties, this is like on the border of New York State. That will pass. And then a lot of this stuff will be coming in later today. So let's time it out. There's that one little band I showed you, right? Much of the area is dry. So between now and noon, I think we're good. Because this poor guy has to run home and what?
I have to cut the grass. We're leaving. I got to get it cut before we leave town.
No dads should ever leave town for 2, 3, 4 days with grass that's taller than 3 inches.
Has to be cut.
That's like dishes in the sink. You don't do that.
Because when you pull in the driveway, if you come home and it's long, you're like, oh.
Plus, I'd be stressed the whole time. I'd be thinking about the grass. So you can't do it. He's going to get that cut.
Yes.
Don't try this afternoon because you have a good chance.
I'll cut right when I get home.
1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock. These are the scattered thunderstorms moving on through. Then they should be done by this evening, 6, 7 o'clock. And then tomorrow, notice these wind vectors.
Coming out of the north.
So everything's coming out of the north. That's that dry air for the 4th of July Friday. And that's going to be a vibe of upper 70s, low 80s. But it's still going to feel fresh and clean and almost cool. But today, partly sunny, low to mid 80s. Let's talk about our pointing picture here. Somewhere in the stash, Why are you looking already? So
because it's a good one.
This is like a production, right?
Oh yeah.
So this is Garrity's Ace Hardware.
They planned this out.
I was looking for red, white, and blue. Out of all the colors of a mustache you think they leave out, white would be the easiest. They have red. That guy's covering it. Blue, red. So there's no white mustache. Not that it's bad.
They're doing great.
It's a great picture. But I like this girl here with the Evel Knievel pants. And the Crocs.
And
John,
she pulls it off perfectly.
Were you disappointed when Evel Knievel went over the Grand Canyon or Snake River Canyon and never, like, you think he went too far?
Maybe a little too far.
Just stick to the motorcycle. Yeah. But these are definitely Evel Knievel. Did you have that Evel Knievel? You wind them up and you...
I didn't, but I always thought it was cool.
Oh, I had one of those. And then the cops show up and ruin everything. You know how that goes. So there he is. Great picture, everyone.
Good stuff.
But this canopy is the perfect metaphor for this ridge out west. So there's our trough with the thunderstorms today. That moves through. We're not quite under the canopy on Friday. That means that's a cool, fresh flow.
Nice.
Sunny, breezy, low humidity. Once the canopy is over us, that's Saturday and Sunday, everyone under it gets sunny, they get warm, they get humid, and it's going to be a great weekend. So if you have anywhere to go tomorrow, check it out.
Beautiful.
John, I'm telling you, get in your 2005 Toyota Highlander with 260,000 miles. You drive 5-6 mile hours in any direction, it's going to be totally sunny.
Wow.
Yeah, so everywhere you go, it's going to be beautiful. And same thing on Saturday. So if you have any travel plans, go. And then Sunday still looks good. This is a little quasi-tropical system that may cloud it up, but this is Sunday, 8 p.m. Your holiday is already over. Tomorrow,
great.
Is it? I'd like it 10 degrees
Well,
warmer.
I would too. But for most people, they think this perfect.
Upper 70s, low 80s. But remember, at
no
night
humidity.
It's going to cool down. Yeah, no humidity. It's going to cool down quick at night. And then the weekend, it warms back up into the mid 80s to even near 90 degrees by
really
Sunday.
Could be the first dry weekend.
It's going to be the first dry weekend since March.
Wow.
Quick moving thunderstorms today, 1 to 5 p.m. Then the best Friday ever. And the first dry weekend. And I think it's going to be, well, it's definitely going to be the longest, sunniest, warmest weekend of the whole year. If you combine those three things.
And it times out with 4th of July.
Yeah.
Can't be better.
Because we're losing daylight. All right, now, do you remember last year, 4th of July? It's funny how you don't remember, right? So open up that door. Last year, we had 89 few thunderstorms. Year before that, 87 few thunderstorms. I heard you mention this morning with your gas report. Do I have this right? When was the last time gas was as cheap as it is now?
21.
Oh, 21. So I thought it was 22.
21.
So the last time we had a low humidity, sunny, dry 4th of July was 22. Almost the last time gas prices were as cheap as they are now. Weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then pandemic before that. So people stayed inside, watched fireworks on TV. But the best news of the 4th of July is none of this nonsense.
Look at your shirt.
Because we're too cool for British rule. Even if it's symbolic, we're too cool for that, right? So there's that big tent. It starts to break down by next week. What happens again, John? Ridge out west, trough in the east, and that means there'll be chances for thunderstorms and no heat wave all next week or next weekend. Probably won't hit 90. We'll come close Sunday, Monday, but then back to the mid 80s. And those 3 thunderstorms icons for late next week, that's that trough in the east. But what a beautiful 4th of July it's going to be.
Love it.
I'm wondering, 4th of July night, 10, 11 o'clock at night, you, your wife, the kids, what do you have on? What does she have on?
Shorts and a t-shirt.
Right.
She's, at that point,
10,
probably a
11 o'clock.
sweatshirt and she'll have a coat on. There'll be a coat.
A coat?
There'll be a coat.
Mindy,
on 4th
she
of
just
July.
arrived in the studio.
Yes.
What temperature would it take for you to put a coat on the 4th of July?
I would say like 50.
50! And it's not going to be 50. We'll be right back. Coat!
Rennie's going to wear a coat.
Happy 4th. Coat.